Hey, everybody, thanks so much for checking out our ABC 3340 web exclusive from here at the Rose Bowl, night number 2. And we're joined by beat reporter number 2, number 1 in your hearts. This is Charlie Potter of Bama Online. And Charlie, busy day for Alabama football. Let's start with practice earlier in the afternoon. We had a chance to head out to Carson where the LA Galaxy practiced. The Crimson Tide were on the field. What were some of your takeaways from the practice?
Yeah, it's tough because this is our first practice of the year to go to. So you're looking at a lot of new faces. Alabama has early enrollees out there. We even saw Damani Jackson, the USC transfer, who just a little bit ago announced he's committing to Alabama. So another new addition. George Hilo, the Michigan coach, the former Michigan coach, was out there. But, you know, for the most part, Alabama looks pretty healthy. Jace McClellan back on the field, I think that's good news for Alabama. And overall, just the guys look like they're having fun.
Speaking of Michigan, of course, the sign-stealing scandal that got Jim Harbaugh suspended 3 games. I don't want to say there's some paranoia within the Alabama ranks, but at the same time, they're taking plenty of precautions to make sure that no funny business is afoot. Earlier today, I know Isaiah Bond and Jace McClellan said that they're not watching film individually, they're watching film as a team. What can you speak more about that?
Yeah, I mean, it was vague from the players. Sure. Alabama's been pretty mum on it, but it sounds like just from a precautionary standpoint, they are not letting the players watch their individual iPads for film. So they're watching film as a team. I think it has something to do with the catapult system, which I guess multiple people from all over the country can have access to.
Sure.
And again, Nick Saban, he's been doing this a long time, and any avenue that he can take to ensure that his team is in the right position to be successful, he's going to do, and it sounds like that's the venture that they've taken for this.
Now, we said earlier at 4 o'clock that information is very limited in and out of Tuscaloosa. It's been like that since Saban got here in 2007. That being said, maybe it's not bulletin board material, but Jalen Milroe this morning talking about former Alabama offensive coordinator, now in New England, Bill O'Brien, how he was asked a question about has he ever been asked to change positions by a coach, and he wasn't hiding. He wasn't holding anything back when he said Bill O'Brien, and I think he went as far as to say, I think we could say this because we're on the web, that have you ever been told that you suck before? I mean, that blew me away. What was your reaction from hearing that comment?
I think first off, Jalen Milroe is a very measured individual.
Sure.
Like we've talked to him a bunch. It's kind of tough to pull things from Jalen. He's trained well, but he let that fly today. You could tell it's something that's bothered him. And he was asked specifically about
Sure.
it. He didn't just bring it up. I think that needs
Sure.
to be said, and you said that too. But to be clear, Jalen didn't just bring that up out of nowhere. He was asked about it, and it's something you could tell has motivated him. He said as much, and I do think though that on top of that, after talking about that, he mentioned his relationship with Tommy Rees. Sure. And the trust that those two have. So being able to relate to a younger guy, I think it maybe even compounded that relationship before, but definitely some news from Jalen Milroe on that media availability today.
Now, it's early in the week, and if we're going to have as much news as we got today, it's going to be a long week for everybody covering it here in Los Angeles. But for now, for Charlie Potter, Bama Online, I'm Johnny Congdon, ABC 3340 Sports.